Hi, I'm Mr. Huber, and in this video we're going to talk about exercise 1c. Well, we have to write this function as a sine and cosine transformation. So let's start with the sine transformation. Apparently it starts here at the beginning of the wave at pi halves, so c is pi halves. So horizontal translation. Then it has not undergone a vertical translation because the highest point is at 3, the lowest at -3, so the middle line is right through 0. So no horizontal and no vertical translation. No vertical translation. The amplitude is 3 because it goes up to 3 and down to -3, so A is 3. Now that's the amplitude. It's the vertical stretch in this case, a vertical stretch. And the period length is from pi halves to 5 pi halves. Well, this period length is 4 pi halves, which is 2 pi. The period length is 2 pi. Look, 5 pi halves minus pi halves is 5 pi minus pi over 2, which is 4 pi halves, which is just 2 pi. So that's your period length. Well, we know that the period length is related to b. Well, if the period length is 2 pi, you're going to get this. 2 pi is 2 pi over b. So 2 pi times b is 2 pi. So b is going to be 1. And now you know your sine transformation. F of x is, in fact, 3 times sine 1 times x minus pi halves plus 0. So you would write it like this. 3 sine x minus pi halves. You don't need the 1 here. And without the plus 0. Now that's the sine transformation. For the cosine transformation, it's the exact same thing. Look, the same sine transformation was from here to here. So from this point to this point. Whereas the cosine transformation goes from here to here. Still, the period length will be 2 pi. From pi to 3 pi, that's plus 2 pi. So b will be the same thing. The amplitude will be the same thing. The vertical translation will be the same thing. Only the horizontal translation changes. Look, the horizontal translation will, for cosine, it's going to be pi. This is for sine. So the function written as a sine transformation is f of x is 3 cosine x minus pi plus 0. Well, I could have a 1 in front of it in order to state the b. So let's do that for the moment. A 1 here. But while you don't need that, you would never write it. You would always write it like this. X minus pi. Hope this wasn't too difficult. See you on the next one.